Okay, now that we finished that shenanigans, let's actually do this and not DC. I'm still so mad that I was part of that mass DC on Crystal. Like, people on Coral Brynhildr DC'd. They're probably gonna talk about it in the Lodestone, and I'm gonna share it on Twitter and be like, yep, I was a part of this.
Let neither side hold back.
Cleos. Okay, I need to remember what the heck she even does. Oh, she does that. I'm gonna save triple cast because I have to move. Yep.
My blade sings!
Apparently, it was just people who were in instance duties reality. So if you were in a dungeon or solo instance, you probably were more likely to DC. If you were just into overworld crafting or whatever, no. Apparently Fudo almost DC'd though, like almost. Oh lovely, exoflares. Gosh, this might as well be a trial of its own.
My blade sings!
Oh wait, I still had triple cast. Whoops.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Really? I hate. I wish I had just one more second. We really need to learn to save triple cast.
No quarter.
Oh, nope, I chose a good time to save it. I mean, to pop it, I mean. This music is just so... I could imagine this being the credits music.
Have a taste.
It gives me big credits music energy. And I don't have triple cast. Yeah, this is awful. I'm gonna move. Yeah, I don't have triple cast, so there isn't a lot I can do right now during this part. Oh, I have this. Gosh, what a ridiculous dancer attack. So she plays Dragoon, White Mage, and...
neither will I.
She plays Dragoon, White Mage, and Dancer. She uses job crystals, I realized. Now, hopefully I don't DC during the part where she does True Arrow. I don't have triple cast still. And I'm not gonna have triple cast up for this next part, which really sucks.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, this was the part where I freaking DC'd. True Holy. This, Surecast. What ridiculous white magic. True Stone Forest. Yeah, she's actually doing a cast bar for this one. Oh! Oh, it's Shiva circles. Okay, I can do this. This is actually a pretty challenging solo duty if you don't know mechanics. Like...
Very well. Let us move to the
a DPS
final trial.
check? Oh, I have triple cast up just in time. Nice try. Oh, there's more. Ew. There's more? Oh, but I don't have triple cast. Get rid of the fast ones. Oh, lovely. These are damage downs. How unfriendly, yeah. Get rid of you. Oh, that's too many. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. We can't let her have too many now, can we? Okay. I don't only have triple cast, but I have a damage down. She has so many. Like, I have Mana Ward, but even Mana Ward won't be able to save me from all of these. Please, 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 please. Okay, Mana Ward.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and
It's
show
her
me your
ultimate.
strength of will.
Yeah, gemstones are totally worth it. I have been telling people this in Shadowbringers, but no, nobody got unique. I was saying they were so worth it in Shadowbringers too. And now people are like, wow, gemstones for Endwalker. I lived!
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope.
You don't even want
I
to
have
know the
seen
half of it.
enough.
Oh, you've seen enough? Duty complete! I did it as a black mage if I just didn't freaking DC. I'm glad I was able to do it as black mage. Usually DPS checks like that are very, very sweaty for casters, but I did it.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you.
Oh, the game volume's low. I'm sorry about that.
One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, his strength was astounding.
I wonder why.
As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest.
Far more.
It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
She only went through White Mage, Dragoon, and Dancer for her mechanics.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
Aw. No wonder he liked us so much in the future.
A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
That was a very good solo instance. The only thing I didn't like was just I did not have anything prepared. I also, you know, another thing I could have done, and I don't think I could have, was pop ley lines at the end. Argos, oh wait, no. I want this turned in as Sage. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where Matea made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we'll find no connection. No festering wish for oblivion, then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Venant has Argos and his double at heel. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? Then we'll follow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the tide. Do 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 do. And we are off. Not yet, Argos. Let's go. Oh, this is what I was missing. Noah Tofarion. Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. Now, what was the name of that tree? Is it Yggdrasil? Oh, Noetofarion. Quite a striking specimen, isn't it? Noetoforion. Brace yourself for the landing. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last moment. Let me check if Crystal...
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment.
Yeah.
The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Do Endwalker fates for leveling. Whichever one you need leveling for, it does not
So you
matter.
cannot control
Also,
the power
Endwalker fates, the
freely.
more you do, the more you
Worry
unlock
not.
from the
I
shops.
shall assist you. Come and stand before
So if you have
me.
some level 80 jobs, just do Endwalker fates.
There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But
Is she
come,
talking about the ethereal sea?
let us try.
I'm like trying to
Close
understand.
your eyes.
Whenever they talk about ether in this game, I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, I think she's trying to talk about the ethereal sea. Or is she talking about the echo? No, she's talking about the echo. Is she
All
explaining the
units
true
fully
nature
functional
of the
and
echo?
proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness.
They share the sisters share consciousness?
Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. possessed of unique ways of
We never. I guess they could be. Honestly, they could be
Their
talking about
conception of life and its
Midgard
purpose will
Somer's
be no
star.
exception.
That would be the
Completely
only
and
star that would be
utterly
existing
unlike
at this
ours.
time, right? That we know of, anyway.
Utterly unlike.
Because the
How?
reflections aren't a thing yet. So
I
we would.
have no idea.
I'm just trying to think about what the heck could be out there, and all we really know
Yet
is
whatever answers we receive,
not Omega
I
Star.
will not dismiss them out of
Midgard
hand.
Somer's star.
No. I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may
I
contemplate
wonder if
our own
they'll
existence.
discover Midgard Somer's star.
Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man.
Except I
For
don't
all
really
life.
know the timeline for all this stuff.
Meteon,
By the
Though I
time
gave you
Midgard
wings to
Somer
soar the
arrived to
heavens,
our planet,
I did not
Hydaelyn was
teach you how to
already.
walk the earth.
It was already Hydaelyn's
So
domain.
loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser,
Aww.
we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and
So
coming of age
someday
both.
Meteon must leave.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet he has so much sorrow.
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident.
What was the accident? And to whom?
In light of this,
What
I
happened?
propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself.
What happened?
If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution.
But what happened for Meteon? What happened to the Matea?
Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness.
But what happened to
Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
What happened to all the Matea? And I really do mean all of them. The fact that we haven't run into anything like them in story? We're back. There are any number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. But we could do worse than to look in Ktisis Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Ethoselatikos Boreas, the northern isle. I wonder, Salix, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined for release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them and all on so few islands? The answer lies in Ktisis itself. Excuse me. I touched upon a practice before at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The space holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there. Excuse me. Within those sprawling habitats that the chief overseer and most of Elpis's observers conduct the bulk of their work. The simplest route is via the teleporter north of Poitin Oikos. We have blue quests. We're almost done, gamers. We're almost done with this area. I'm on the wrong thing. But yeah, with this we will have the final 2 Ether Currents quests of Elpis. The blue ones anyway, and then I believe our final green ether current is going to be up here. I'm so confused though. Where is our... At the end of Dawn's journey. I guess they didn't want to spoil it. I see. I guess they didn't want to spoil what the areas are, so they call anything Elpis. They call anything Elpis, the moon, and probably the final area of the game, they all call it at the end of Dawn's journey. Academia student. The academia student wears a blah of concern. You're a visitor too, aren't you? Perhaps you might be willing to help me, then. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in the area? She wasn't wearing a mask. She and I are students of Academia Anider. We were just on our way back when she realized she forgot something back in Agnarisis. Yeah, we can go look for her. She won't be wearing a mask. Speak with the blue-haired student and have her accompany you, huh? Oh, I'm just gonna teleport. Frick that. You want me to go all the way down there without flying? Is that an A rank? No, it's not. Y'all, I died to an A rank. An A rank spawned like over here. And I died to it today. It was so embarrassing. What are you doing here? Yes, can I help you? Oh wait, do you need directions somewhere? Girl. This isn't a story quest, so I don't really care much about it. She's now accompanying us. This girl. Also, we should G-pose. We're gonna G-pose right here. Get that thing away from me. This is not Bosja. What a relief it is to see a familiar sight. I should be alright without you now. After all, it's just a straight shot from here to Poitin Oikos. Something tells me this girl... Oh, she's okay. Good. Honestly though, I have no idea why Metron would ask me to procure a flower of all things. One that's still undergoing testing in Elpis. Well, nothing, but that's the point. It's one meant for Logriff. Metron is hopelessly enamored. Aw. And they're gone. Thanks for the ether current. Oh, it's a little pixie from Eureka. Yeah, these are the elementals from Eureka right here. Wind, water, and fire. We're missing, what are we missing? Onimos? Pyros? Idatos? I guess we're missing the one from Pagos. Myra. Myra appears to be mildly perturbed. Well, this is a pickle. Whatever am I to... Please tell me you're here to deliver a message from Cleon. You are a familiar, yes? Azem's familiar. Oh, and I do like the name, Salix. But if he belonged to Azem, what has become of our visitor from Amarat? He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of long-term observers, and when someone from outside of Elbest comes to visit, the reactions can be somewhat unpredictable. Would you be so kind to track down Cleon? Alright, we can go track down Cleon. God, these giant enemies scare me. They all look like they should be A ranks. Yeah, we won. Thank you for taking the initiative. I wasn't sure about the etiquette of destroying a creature under observation. I am Cleon. Recently arrived from Amarat. I assume Maya sent you to fetch me? I see. Well, we had best not to keep her waiting any longer. Fear not, I will avoid upsetting any more of the local inhabitants. We're already halfway to level 89 on Sage. Why did it have to be Medusae? If I see anyone working on this fate, I might go help. I hope, yeah, we're probably gonna be doing this story quest for the next hour, it looks like. Just keep it in mind, because we have to do this quest, and I'm sure there's gonna be a quest connecting Myra and Cleon with the other two we found down below. Salix, thank you for seeing to the safety of our guest. Indeed, my hesitancy to act would have been ended poorly had your messenger not been there to shield me. And I'm certain that he was. Now, shall we proceed to the business of the day? I believe you had some concerns regarding your personal creations. Yes, as embarrassing as it is to admit, I was worried that the concepts registered with the Bureau of the Architect may not be fit for release into the wild. Oh, you needn't feel embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first visitor we've had who's expressed difficulty in helping their children leave the nest. We can have a look at them right now, shall we? When you swooped in... Oh, he wants us to go with him. He insists that we joins us. Yes, I quite agree with your sentiment. Well, I guess we're going. Sure. And that, I believe, is the final quest ether current we needed. Ta-da! We're almost done with Elpis. Leon looks at you expectantly. Thank you for agreeing to accompany us, Salix, shall we? Certainly. Now, what was the name of your creation again? The Batrachoi, a delightfully roly-poly pudding of the thing. Yes, the one over on Rumination's Ramble. My brother, Alkaios, is in charge of tending to it. Right this way, if you please. Do 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 do. Look at this thing. This is my brother, Alkeos. He might seem a tad gruff, but don't be fooled. There are a few far more gentle and kind than him. Aw. Hello. Old people are working on this fate. Oh, wait, come on. I got bronze. I should have checked on that fate faster. You must be Salix. Myra has told me so much about you in an impressively amount of time. As you may have likely deduced, I am her brother, Alkeos. And you are Cleon, yes? The architect of this Batrachoi, as you call them? Yes, I am. You think them ready for release? I would love to see their enduring rotund forms bouncing around free in the wild. I've completed my report for the main evaluation criteria. The final decision will be made after a committee discusses the results, but based upon my personal observations, no, they are not ready. No, and I might ask why? Alex, would be so kind to give this Batrachoi a solid poke. The creature's lack of familiarity with you will prove my point. Oh, I have poke on my hotbar. Where is it? Poke. Oh, is it angry? You see, no response to external stimuli. The feature is far too placid. What was the concept behind the Batrachoi? A defender of water sources? In its current incarnation, it has neither the instincts nor the means to defend itself, much less fend off entities intent on fouling the watering ways. One moment. I cannot, in good conscience, certify a subject so poorly equipped to carry out its intended purpose. In fact, I suggest you redesign your concept entirely. Thank you for your candor. I was so invested in this darling ball of pudgy flesh. Such a pity. As Alex, as Azum's familiar, you must have seen your fair share of the world and its inhabitants. Without altering its physical form, what do you think the Batrachoi should do to become a more effective guardian? I don't know. It could use its tongue to grapple opponents. Brilliant! What an innovative mind you have, Salix! Yes, that may suffice. The introduction of an effective offensive measure could very well tip the scales toward a favorable judgment. Truly, then I shall modify my concept at once. May I bind this one and take him home with me? Once I finish making the necessary adjustments, I'll resubmit my request for observation and evaluation. But of course, you are free to do as you wish, and I will make note of it in my logs. I sense your suggestion was based on personal experience, a most valuable source of wisdom. Well done, Salix. What a helpful familiar you are. Cleon is so very pleased. Let me withdraw in G-pose here. Thank you for your creative assistance, Salix. I knew bringing you on would be a good idea. Why, I almost wish I could have you as my own familiar. It is a shame as M hasn't published your concept for the world to see. But seeing as you're here now, would you mind lending me your talents a while longer? Let me switch to Sage. Alright, next one. Cleon hopes to retain your company a little longer. You've chosen to stay then. Wonderful. I realize we've only just met, but I feel such a bond with you, Salix. There is one more concept I need to finalize. I could think of no other entity I would rather have at my side during these ever so worrisome evaluations. I have my EO somewhere nearby, don't you? Yes, Myra keeps that one under her watchful eye, but I know the spot where it usually roams. Come along, we need to cross the stream here. Do 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 do. I don't see my EO anywhere, which seems impossible. How odd. This is usually where it spends the greater parts of its days. Yes, she never strays far from this spot. Perhaps the scent of unfamiliar visitors made her wary? Let us split up and try to find her. Her being a shaggy four-legged beast with rather majestic horns. Oh, that's who we're looking for? The EO. What is an EO? That's the name of Yukari's persona, you know, like EO, like the moon. I believe EO is the moon. Are you EO? What a horrifying creature. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it in 14 before. You find a shaggy four-legged beast and the horns are really rather majestic. It must be the EO. Ah, there she is, the naughty thing. Nicely tracked, Salix. Hello, my lovely. Come to Myra now. Well, would you look at that? I think she's taken a liking to you, Salix. And I see that Cleon is taking a liking for stout and stocky designs. Yes, the heftier and the better. The EO is one of my favorites, round and robust, bristling with spiky protrusions. A truly powerful beast. I envisioned her dominating any habitat she entered. What do you think? Ah, she's certainly an imposing specimen. Its physical strength is readily apparent, yes, but more than muscle is needed to dominate a territory. The creature's field of vision is obscured by that mass of wiry hair and curling horns, preventing effective use of its natural weaponry. In the wild, being unable to hunt and catch prey in a consistent manner culminates in a slow death by starvation. It is our recommendation that you redesign the EO as a grass grazer and resubmit the concept as a candidate for livestock. Livestock. As you have appeared... Oh, ethereal supplement. You needn't convince it to eat anything. Simply splash the creature with this solution. We're gonna turn it into a herbivore? The ethereal supplement is absorbed into the EO's body. The EO looks somewhat healthier. Supplemental ether. That's what they've been giving us. Thank you for attending to my creation, Salix. My EO would most likely thrive as a livestock animal, but I do so dearly want her to become an apex predator. Oh, maybe there's still hope. You have an eye for these things. Could you offer a bit more insightful suggestions? Oh my god, we're still not done. EO once more fixes you with an expectant glaze. Please, Salix, I have need of your worldly experience. She was meant more for than grazing in the fields. Will you look her over and tell me what must be done? Sure. I also realized that the music that's playing here is a remix of the song. The music in Elpis is a remix of the song that plays during the duty. Upon closer inspection, you can't shake the feeling that you've fought similar beasts before. I've never seen a creature like this in 14, I swear. Such magnificent horns, rendered all but useless by the creature's poor field of vision. Eo's monstrous claw seems capable of tearing a man limb from limb. Wait. Are you a behemoth? Are you what's supposed to become a behemoth? It certainly looks like one, doesn't it? Even with the Eos's limited vision, one swing of its muscular tail would be enough to shatter bones. But for the true dominance, the beast will need something more, something overwhelming. This definitely is a behemoth. What say you? How can we enhance the deadliness of my creation? Yeah, this is a behemoth. Yes, deceptively simple, but devastatingly effective. I can already picture it. Alkeos, Myra, would you permit me to implement some new ideas? Salix has given me much to think about. Strictly speaking, any significant adjustment should be authorized by the Bureau of the Architect, but I think we can allow some temporary modifications for the purposes of experimentation. That sounds more than fair, thank you. If you could spare a few more moments, I shall take my creation and return with a new and improved Eo. A wielder of the spell Meteor. Such powerful black magic, and this is how it came to be in the world of 14. We're literally creating a behemoth. You make me wonder, Salix, are you truly familiar? Your thoughts, your behaviors, they resemble ours much too closely. After living for years on end, our creativity tends to stagnate. I feel your revelations come as such a welcome breath of fresh air. Another cutscene. Cleon has been gone for more than a few moments. How intensive could these changes possibly be? This is done. This is shocked. There it is. It's a behemoth. We made one. Cleon, you've certainly been busy, haven't you? Salix's advice began the process, and it became difficult to stop. After pruning back on the horns and hair, I reinforced the talons, then moved on to arcane ability. She can now cast Meteor, as well as Charybdis. Surely now my Eo stands at the pinnacle of predators. In all my time as an observer, I've seen many a creation, but this concept ranks in the highest echelons. The strength inherent in your Eo is more than sufficient to ensure its domination. Wonderful, then I shall submit my refinements to the Bureau at once, but I think this new incarnation requires a new name. And I know just the familiar to bestow it, Salix. Have you a fitting title for this glorious creature? The Queen Behemoth! It's the Queen! We just made the Queen Behemoth herself. Ah, perfect. So it shall be known, at least for now. I still need to submit the official registration. And now the time has come for me to return to Amarat. I've decided that my next creation will be more of a companion, a pet if you will, suitable for the amusement of children and very clever familiars. Thank you all again for this most productive visit. I hope I might impose upon you again soon. We always enjoy hosting visitors with such enthusiasm for their work. Yes, we very much look forward to observing your future concepts. They have Ellison necks. No wonder I think some of these ancients look very handsome. It's because they have Ellison builds. We can't even look at the view right now because the weather being messed up in the cutscenes. So we have finished. We have finished the storyline. And I have a feeling we're gonna have one final one to fully wrap up the side story here in Elpis. I have a feeling. Hello, Alkeos. You did well, Salix. What a wonderful help you were with our visitor, Salix. Even for a familiar of Azem, I cannot help but be impressed by your unique intelligence and sense of creativity. I wholeheartedly agree. Your intervention salvaged some promising but unfortunately flawed creations. You have our gratitude for providing us with such a fascinating experience. Oh, Alkeos, must you always be so formal? Although he has trouble with expressing it, I assure you. My brother is absolutely giddy with joy. Thank you again, Salix. While I'm sure your abilities as a familiar, you occupied your duties, we would very much love to welcome you another chance to share your company. Hopefully, right now, it'll be the chance. Yep, it is. Let's wrap this story up. Here they are. Myra and her brother Alkeos look set to leave on an errand of some kind. Tell me, Salix, have you seen much of Agnarisis? Oh, so you met Overseer Solkels then. He sent my brother a request for aid, and we are just on our way to render our assistance. You're welcome to come along, if you like. You may be interested to witness the duty in which lies ahead. Come along, we mustn't keep the Overseer wanting. And we are off. I'm so excited to see the end. I'm actually very interested to see the end of this story, basically, because this one is mostly more about the ancients. I'm hoping they'll give us a little bit more of teaser. They're here! Oh my god, I'm gonna take a G-pose with all of them. Are you kidding me? Can y'all get out of the way? Get out of the way. I've never crossed this isle in some time. There's only one reason they would ask me for my name. Salix, you're acquainted with Alkeos and his sister, I see. Alkeos, Meech, Myra, and Salix, all is well. Welcome all of you. A summons from you can only mean one thing. Has there been an accident? Yes, the Lycaonas went into a frenzy, and more than a few of our observational projects have been prematurely ended. We began the sending rites, of course, but the task is burdensome for so few. Thus, I hope to secure your particular expertise. Oh, you wouldn't be aware of the practice, would you, Salix? Here in Elpis, we expedite the ethereal dissipation of the deceased by employing time magics. The decay of the corporeal remains is accelerated and absorbed back into the ground upon which we stand. You may have guessed, but the manipulation of time is Alkeos' specialty. Whenever some expected event results in the mass loss of creations, it is him whom they turn. That we do. Nevertheless, I regret tearing you away from your important work. I prepared a site to the southwest, so if you'll follow me, we can put this unpleasant business behind us in short order. Do, 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 do. The Overseer and I moved bodies here, away from the site of violence. It's easier this way. When you research such an eclectic collection of wildlife, it's almost inevitable that some of them will meet a sudden and unanticipated demise. Ocupetes. This is them, the Ocupetes, which fell victim to the Ilcaionis. They're still being evaluated, yes? Poor things, they barely had a chance to fulfill their design. Their flesh and bones will return to the land. We will ensure their existence was not in vain. Seeing their life taken mid-purpose can be distressing. Have you witnessed such events before, Salix? Tell me, how do you express yourselves at these times? With an offering of Nymea lilies. Nymea lilies? A lovely name for the flower, but none I've ever heard of. I wonder if it has been recently registered. And you offer these lilies to the fallen. Interesting. We do have a custom of gifting flowers we love and admire, so I suppose this is no different. Perhaps I can spare some blooms to take the place of the ones you mentioned. Come with me, Salix, you can help me gather something suitable. Your thought process truly is amazing. Where do you encounter these notions that have never been even occurred to us? Have you finished helping Myra? It isn't safe to wander alone. I believe Myra will have some flowers for you to pick. Oh, you know, I love that Jeff logged in immediately to AFK. Here, I made some flowers of our own. Even those fashioned directly of ether tend to sprout with more life and color than you would grow them in the soil. Pick yourself a handful and we'll take them back to the Overseer. Are they lovely? They're called Krenoi, one of my favorite flowers. Krenos. A beautiful and ancient predecessor to the modern lily. Are these actually predecessors to the Nymea lilies? I thought Nymea lilies were blue though. Oh, I'll be just fine just by myself. It's sweet of you to worry. I'll pick a few more of these Krenoi and then I'll join you in a little while. Hello, Charm. Your thought process is truly as amazing. Myra's creations were acceptable, I trust. Yep. My apologies, I may have gotten a little carried away with the flowers. Not at all, Myra. Your effort is much appreciated. Alkeos, if you would be so kind. They're praying. Vessels within which life once flowed, cheated of purpose, stilled and cold. Unto the land you now return, fuel upon which new life shall burn. It's time magic. And they're gone. That was a beautiful service. I like to think it brought some joy to their departed souls, much as one feels when receiving a thoughtful gift. Yes, the flowers were the perfect addition. How fortunate we are to have this knowledgeable familiar in our midst. We must return and commit this event to parchment while it remains fresh in our minds. A potential shift in our traditions is a historical moment worth recording. Thank you again, Alkeos. We are ever grateful for your calming presence. And our thanks to you, Myra and Salix, not only for attending but also elevating the proceedings. No problem. Yes, you've contributed more than enough. Allow us to take care of these tedious administrative details. We hope to see you again soon, Salix. We hope to see you soon too. It is time we headed back ourselves, dear sister. As you say, please, Salix, join us back in Poids and Oikos. And we're done. This was a different kind of service, I think. Yes, we might consider some changes. What a fortuitous turn of events that you were present at when we received the summons to the Anagnorisis. As time marches on, we encounter fewer and fewer of these truly new experiences. Yet ever since you appeared, it's been one surprise after another. I suppose we should expect nothing less from one of Azem's creations. Now we have precious new ideals and perspectives to apply to our duties moving forward. Speaking of which, we really must be returning to our work. Be well, Salix, and thank you. May our purposes, or simply our paths, align again in the future. Goodbye. And I get to choose a dye. I'm going to see which one I already have. I already have ash brown. I'm just going to put in my saddlebag. And that is the end. That is the end of the Elpis side story. And now we can return to the MSQ. Sage and Black Mage are so close to 89. I can't help but be so scared, you know? We're going to the final area now. And we've almost finished up all the ether currents. This appears to be the teleporter I've not told you about. Let us go. Ethos Salatikos Boreas. We have arrived. I'm just gonna go pick this up before I forget about it. 191 yalms northwest. I'm also just trying to take in the music. I'm so afraid of what's to come here. Oh, go away, behemoths. There's a giant cutscene here, whatever it is. There it is, the final ether current. And now all we have left is the final... All we have left is the final Endwalker area. Well, no, not technically the final Endwalker area. We have Labyrinthos. We're gonna go back to Labyrinthos before we go to the final area. Good. The a teleporter acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wished. As for the way to Ketosis Hyperborea, you must follow this path and turn at the crossroads. I think we're going to the final quest. I think the next one is finally the last one. Let me check something very quick. No. Elpis. Methods of mourning. Methods of mourning. FFXIV. I don't think Methods of Mourning has any follow-up quests, but I'll check right now. Hello, gamers. I just wanted to say hi while I'm looking up Sidequest stuff.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I have to beat up some bunnies. I feel bad.
You have to what? You have to beat up bunnies? Oh!
He beat up bunnies.
I know exactly what part you're at.
I'm like, where's naming way?
I just finished all the side stories in the area I'm at, and it was really, really good, actually. Ark, I really hope you enjoy all the side stories when you level an alt job.
Yeah, that is the plan. I did finish some of the
Little shaggles.
I haven't finished Shaggles yet. I've finished some of that Garlemald.
Oh my gosh, that
Sidequest.
Garlemald story is actually really good too.
Yeah, that's so far has been my favorite place. Garlemald has been my favorite place. Which is terrible because it's the worst place to be.
Where are you at an MSQ? I'm just gonna look in the map. You don't even have to say I'm gonna see. I'm gonna perceive you. I think Jeff is about to unlock the
5-5.
5-3 dungeon.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking he's in 5-5, but
I know exactly where you
5-2.
are. Also, you're about to hit level 90.
Yeah. I'm not even halfway through the story, and I'm already at max level. So.
You should. Gunbreaker.
All I do is roulette my alt jobs, and then I just do MSQ as a paladin.
But
Right,
how
I'm
did
still-
you get so much paladin experience?
I don't know. I help people, I guess? I don't know.
Okay, I think I'm about to throw myself into something awful. So goodbye.
Good luck.
Oh, y'all, I'm scared. What is this structure? What are we going to encounter at the end of this place? Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. It seems the door already opened. Hermes is at another facility, as we have just discovered. It's these two. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis as well as creation of Meteon were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke of appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither do we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or saith the illustrious Emmett Selk. According to your story, the 14th divined the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hythlodaeus' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that we failed to even perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? What in turn leads us to our next question: how did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We just assumed that he never knew and was unable to help? Or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place? At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and would be known to have Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that, I am certain. It seems there's more to the tale after all. And we're gonna see the end of it. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. 'Tis time we brought Hermes to the fold, as if it were. Thank you for understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Selk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. Hythlodaeus smile laughing in the background. How lovely. Our married duo became a quartet. Past disagreements are no reason to reject collaboration in the here and now. I commend Emmett Selk for his practicality. Do not approach me, do not speak to me, and do not dare presume to treat me as a friend. I am merely carrying out my duty. Hythlodaeus is eager to find Hermes. I think the time for leisurely exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is. On the next isle over, Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path. We can teleport to Mesopsis Euros from the device at the bottom of the slope. We cannot go in. And I have all the ether currents, right? Yep. Mesopsis Euros is interesting in that it's the only region in Elpis which lacks a researcher hub. This is largely due to its observation sites within which they let loose creatures anticipated to be unruly and dangerous. I have also heard that the area is kept deliberately sparse in the event that, well, let's just say no one should ever live near a teleporter which provides access to a certain facility. What? You expect me to praise you and your progress? On the contrary, I'm simply surprised you made it this far. Then again, even with you slowing her down, there is no denying that Venat is an accomplished researcher. Her wealth and wisdom of experience is unmatched, and her achievements in creation magics in any field, frankly, are any short of extraordinary, though the singular brilliance which sets her apart can make her motives somewhat impenetrable at times. As her student and successor puts it, she is a force of nature, at once close, and at the same time so very distant. They are close by within the Hunkering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Salix, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Fandaniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creations in there are not exactly... then again, perhaps Salix can handle them. He did survive a bout with Venat, after all. Off you go to find Hermes. Do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. Oh, there's no teleporter here. Okie dokie, I apologize for the wait. I was just chatting with friends about Sage stuff and, yeah. Let's see, I have 2 enemies to fight. I also have my Chocobo here to help me. Can they please get rid of one of these things? Let's get rid of the little guy first. My poor Chocobo is acting as bait. Get out of here. Search for Hermes. Where could he be? He has such horrifying creatures. These are ancient versions of Cassie. Oh, you little. Where's my Chocobo? There we go. Where are you, Hermes? I think somebody I remember in chat asking for help where Hermes was in the garden. You would think I would just have to look for the people in cutscene. Oh. There we go. Where are you, Hermes? There we go. Where's Hermes? My poor Chocobo. Hermes. Can you go away? Fine, fine, withdraw. You're still after me. Go away now, go away. Yep. Go away. What a horrifying monster. Alright. Alex, where did you come from? Oh. Jerkwad. Alex, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Hythlodaeus and Emet company. An important matter, and unrelated to my decision on Fandanio, you say? Then yes, I will come. As soon as my work here is finished. Will not be long, I promise you, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Let's get the heck out of this cursed garden. I hate it here. This is probably the final quest, right? This has to be the final one. We're getting close to the end of level 87, right? No, we're not. Oh! No. Oh. Fine. You spoke with Hermes then, and we were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungering Gardens as well, I see, or should I say smell. I cannot speak for certain Convocation members, but I am for one impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the Emet who would recreate Amarat in the depths of the ocean, I think it would be best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. Native hope that is. Emet seems content to stay where he is. Hermes said he would not be long, yes, and we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are, and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana.
Even you.
As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
What are you saying?
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
What is the thing?
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
It scared me.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Is it really her?
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt.
Her eyes. It's borderline horror.
This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
It was
Are you
borderline
alright?
horror.
In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Wow, that was all just a quest accepted. Search the area for Meteion. Oh, of course it's right next to those horrifying plants. I cannot perceive her ether. What else have I but to offer my rousing support? Ah, Hermes is truly a master of his craft. That was literally the edge of the circle. I hate that. Where is this girl? You know the worst part of it about this is trying to figure out a way back up. This has to be her, right? Why are these all at the edge? Flee down the slope. She here? There. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run. Run far away. Please don't follow me. Gosh, just let me up here. I hate that I have to go all the way around. Do you see this? Like, you have to go all the way around. Final Fantasy 13 enemy. Is it you? There. Mid-Selk. If this is an exercise in futility, you will have to be the one to find her. Where is this girl? There. You've got to be kidding me. Go away! Is it the reason we traveled to the stars where we sought after other life forms? The south. We're getting close to it, the end of the map. I am getting very close to whatever it. Oh, Ark had to leave, huh?
I don't know. He just poofed.
You didn't say anything?
I think his team might have died or something.
Okay. It's a shame he didn't say anything. I will not be much longer, I promise. Please. Please. There. Who are you? What an absolute pain in the hiney. Go away. Go away. Compiling report for dissemination to Hermes and people of Atheris. Processing expedition data, preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations, formulating answers to the question, finalizing report. I mustn't listen. It's wrong, it's all wrong. And she's at the lake. The Metia are linked to a single mind. I suspect something has happened in which it disrupted its usual harmony. The shared consciousness. Directly. It means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. We need to track down Meteon. What is he thinking? In the final days, Ether is twisted by the invasion of Dynamis from beyond the star. Its progress is intensified by feelings of fear and despair. A frantic search which will avail us little. We must be clever about this. Tis a shame there is no registered concept we could use to create another Meteon. Assuming we can link her to the shared mind. I know if it were a viable solution, Hermes would have already suggested it. What did you witness that frightened you so? Hythlodeus has a suggestion. Meteon renders herself invisible, matching her etheric density with that surroundings. Disrupt her concealment with the surfeit of ether. Alex will continue the search in the same manner. Alright, Peepaw, where are we looking? Says Medion should be here. But where? Where are you? She went into the lake. Lethe. Will you jump with me? You will. My Sopsis Euros. Suspicious disturbance. But yeah, I admit I'm exhausted. I just really wanted to reach the end here. I should have started earlier, but I blamed the Game Awards. Snap. What? Why can't I hide? We will hear your report, good or bad. Everything is so faint. It'll break him? It'll break who? Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into their midst. It'll break him. Is this wise, what we're doing? This is not wise what we're doing. It'll break him. This gives me Zero Time Dilemma vibes. Everyone is about to be subjected to their fate. Something here. Before we go check there, I want to map the realm. Well, no, I can't quite map the realm, but I'm gonna try to get what I can here. Get away from me, please. Another reason why I want to wait. Oh well, I have reasons for why I want to get to this next thing. Whatever it is. Okay, so this is all mapped out. This teleporter... There's a teleporter here to where, though? The chthonic horns. There, I see her. She's cornered. He has nowhere left to run, except for the air. Where is the girl? He's there. Why did she run back? Where is she going?
Aha!
What?
Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
The mount. It looks so much like 2. You're trapped.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
It will break him.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry.
Are they all dead? They all must be dead.
If someone can hear these words, then please. Please protect them. Protect them all.
Who? Your sisters? Or them?
Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected.
Structures believed to have served as domiciles.
Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice.
Calamities.
Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found. Only
All
their
of
lingering
them
essence.
an end of days.
Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
All of these end of days manifested so differently.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence
She reminds me
inconclusive.
so much of 2. I know I keep saying this, but again, she
Remind
just...
me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then?
They won't desire to live.
What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
It's you.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteion, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
What a horrifying creature. And he's gone.
You fool!
There's a hunt train going on at this time of night? Hello, Dredgy. Yeah. Had you ever never cast your accursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to have peace upon this one. Everybody keeps saying bedtime. I should probably say bedtime too. Please be it. This is it. Orthodeus is pondering what to do next. Hermes has headed to Katisis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, yeah, I'm trying to split myself into chunks, but I spread myself too thin today. If I didn't spread myself too thin today, I probably would have been done earlier. Or gotten to the point that I want to get to. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time looking for his ether. All I can say is he entered from the rooftop, and is likely arrived at the most utmost point. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteion is a potential threat that needs to be brought under control. The Convocation's duty to safeguard the star takes precedence over any personal stake. It is clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine a shadow of a doubt of what Meteion is at the hand, which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase. And even if neither Hermes or Meteion is ultimately responsible, we cannot let them suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all accounts, to Katisis Hyperborea we go. Also, I really didn't want to end here because I don't feel like walking all the way back here. You got me messed up if you think I was gonna walk all the way back over here. It seems there's a tower waiting for us here, but it makes no sense. It makes no sense. What content is this? What is this? They must have evacuated the tower. I never log out where I am. Never. I always log out at a sanctuary. I kind of think it's ridiculous if you don't log out at a sanctuary, kind of, in my opinion. That's just me, though, for me, myself. Like, I never, ever. I try to make it a priority to just not log out outside of a sanctuary. Judging from the crowd, something is surely afoot. Sonata the Ordinary. Does anyone know what caused it? What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Katisis? The alarm was sounded and Katisis was put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. So, what does this state of alert entail exactly? Field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Katisis scholars and the observers are unaffected, but everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual affinities. And consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen to fit and drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beside my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled. Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all need only make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once a Zem, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, to be that of defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emitzel, can impress us with your arcane magistry. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in an offensive manner if you choose, yes? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Salix, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteion. And then we will face the future together. And with that, at 2 AM Central Time, I unlocked whatever this is. I really thought it would be silly for them to put a dungeon here, but they actually did it. They really did it. Luckily, we're not too far from a sanctuary. I just didn't want to be this far. Let me see what the trust structure is like. From the moment we met you, our visit was devoted to a never-ending series of complications and irritations. In spite of this, I gained one useful thing, an awareness to dynamis, to think that a power with the potential to corrupt ether had largely escaped our notice. Whether or not I believe your tale, the facts under planning your narrative will be the source of much debate. So understand that I not for the sake of you or your fantastical quest. Hello, shirtless money boy. My duty demands that I apprehend Meteion. Hermes likely perched somewhere at the highest point. A multitude of vast spaces linked together. And she's an all-rounder, isn't she? She's a dancer, a lancer. My own refusal to return is in opposition to the world's established order. Ah, two all-rounders.
Let's get this over with.
Can scarcely contain my excitement.
He's a spoony bard.
Can scarcely contain my excitement.
Let's get this over with.
Come, let us be off.
All-rounder. Alright. I said it in the beginning that I didn't expect to have a dungeon in here. I thought the trial was going to be here. Because how are we supposed to do trusts with the scions? No worry. Anyway, I'm gonna go teleport, somewhere sanctuary-like. But yeah, I remember I was like so adamant about it. I was like, how are they gonna do trusts here if the scions can't come with us? There has to be a trial here. But no, they continue to shock me every time. That's really weird though. You kept your mouth shut, you sure did. I was really expecting there to be a trial here instead, just like on the moon. Because if you look at the moon, we didn't have a dungeon. I was really expecting to, we just had a trial up there, so I was thinking the same was gonna happen here in Elpis. But nah, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, the next time I stream Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna suffer. See y'all in the morning.